سبحان فالق الإصباح.
Ding dong. Hello?
Yes, that's right, infidels. You found us here, channelattitude.com, Hameen Media Group, where you get the most real talk, the best reviews of all your favorite wrestling shows from AEW and WWE, Impact, and more, because we're going to break it all down with the best staff in professional wrestling at HMG. So you don't need to go anywhere else, because there's no 5 stars here. There's only $5 face slaps, infidel. Hello, Akbar! So sign up today, channelattitude.com, Hameen Media Group, and join the Hameen Army for the most real talk in professional wrestling. YOLO!
We interrupt this regularly scheduled program with breaking news from Dollar Club Wrestling. Dollar Club champion Rock Hard Jim was viciously attacked by a masked assailant outside of 112 North Midland Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania earlier this morning. Here's security footage that we recovered from the scene. After the assault, we were able to get a few words from the not-so-enthused champion via satellite.
What do you call a man that attacks you from behind? I guess the word would be a coward. Well then what is the word for a man who attacks you from behind and has a mix? I think the word is little bitch. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, little bitch. Because I am the champion. I am Dollar Club Wrestling, and I make the rules. So on October 27th, at Mischief Night, with the title on the line, you will be there. And you will recognize me.
If you have any information on this masked assailant, please contact your local authorities or email dollarclubwrestling@gmail.com. This is Courtney Bensley from Channel 10 News, signing off.
I can be anything I want to be. I learned how to harness it, how to control it. Follow the leader.
And that's why I built this place for us, so we can all be together.
Everything good that's ever happened to me first came a period of horrible suffering. I never ask why. I just wait for the rough part to end. I was chosen for whatever reason. It doesn't hurt anymore. It burns. And I'm ready now. I'm tired of watching. Tired of hearing irrelevant clowns speculate how I'll be perceived. Tired of hearing my greed, my desire questioned. decide to return, I'll remind everyone why they know my name. Again and again. Believe in me. Patience. It's almost time. And just before you subscribe to It Begins Again, just remember what you truly fear. And that's me.
Hello everyone and welcome to the PWC Monday Night Machismo. I'm your host Jimmy T and my co-host is back. He's Philly's illest. He's from Dollar Club Wrestling. He is Kevin Sexy Time Panetta. Welcome back to your show, my friend. What's cracking, man?
Oh, what a great time to be in Philadelphia, my man. The Bulls are 5-0. The Phillies are about to beat the Braves. We got Bray Wyatt debuted at Extreme Rules in Philadelphia. Amazing time to be in
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. Unlike AEW, they gave you a fucking fast of a show, or shows, shall I say. WWE come with the goods, man, and fucking absolutely hit a home run. And actually, before we get into Raw, let me ask you about Bray Wyatt, man. Did you end up going to Extreme Rules, or
I didn't go.
No, you kicked it at home? Oh,
Yeah.
But what do you think of the whole Bray Wyatt thing, man?
I like the presentation. I'm not a big fan of if they're going to have his actual dolls wrestle. You know, as long as he's not wrestling in like a mascot outfit. No, I'm not about that, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I love his creativity, so I'm definitely going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Now I was excited to see Bray, man. Great to see him back, and he's a genius. As long as he doesn't get too crazy, too loco, too supernatural out there. I'm here for the ride, though.
Very much loco. But like Triple H said on the Errol Hawani podcast, he said he's almost too creative for his own good, if that makes any sense. But look, I'm looking forward to it. Anything. Was it just me, Kev? Or did he kind of look a little husky, shall I say?
He did look a little heavier. It was a bad angle, though. It wasn't like an upper angle. So it could have been a bad angle. And who knows, he may not even wrestle for another month. This could be him just doing more cryptic videos and vignettes for another month before he even wrestles. He's waiting another month for all we know, too.
Yeah, and I don't like that, though, man. I hope it's not the case, because they've been hyping him up, man, just to have him appear. If he wasn't going to wrestle or not appear, say, then I would have written it out, you know what I mean?
Well, they have the whole Wide Six, though. They can debut one
Sure.
person every week for 6 weeks, you know?
Sure.
Just had to do somebody new each week before you build up the brand.
Well, who do you think will be part of the White Six? I think Liv Morgan will be one of them.
I don't know, man. I think Alexa
It's tough.
Bliss still. I don't want it.
Should be.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss probably should be. I don't think Liv should. I think Bo Dallas will be back. Eric Redbeard will be there. I'm not sure. I'm just surprised on the other two.
What about Joe Gacy?
If he goes more darker character, yeah, he could. They gave him the clue. That was one of the clues earlier.
Sure. That's true.
On the Indies, he had a much darker character too. But he definitely could a little more like that.
Do you think there's too much supernatural shit going on right now in WWE? Is there one too many?
Not in WWE. In all of wrestling, there is. Just the
There
fact
is,
that
definitely.
there's too much, it makes it feel like there's too much. You know.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And that's the only thing, like, where do we go with Judgment Day? Now we got Bullet Club versus Judgment Day, basically. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
that's where we're going with it.
Right. I mean, that's cool, and I'm down with that, and I'm happy for Gallows and Anderson being back in WWE, even though Anderson said they will never. I don't know if you remember this on Twitter. He practically said they will never be back in WWE, but like the old saying goes, never say never, because you always end up back in that promotion that you always end up saying never to.
Remember how much crap they talked on Paul Heyman too? They hated
Yeah.
Paul probably has more power than ever now. Stephanie loves Paul's creative mind.
Which I find interesting, you know what I'm saying? It's quite interesting at the fact that they shat on not only Heyman, but they shat on fucking Triple H. They shat on Vince McMahon. I mean, shit. But here they are. They're back. And I guess bygones be bygones. I can't help but feel that's another slap to the face to AEW, bro.
Slap to the face to the whole tag team division and to Tony Khan's booking. Like, I think if they felt they would go there and be booked strong, they might stay there. But maybe their tag division's in shambles right now.
For sure, man. Definitely, 100%. But let's get into Raw, actually, Kev, because we got Raw coming from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And it's the fallout from Extreme Rules. And actually, what do you think of Extreme Rules as a whole?
I liked it. It was a little too gimmicky, so I didn't love it. Every match was enjoyable, but it was a little bit too much hectic, too much overbooked. I like the effort of making it feel like an Extreme Rules, but it wasn't wrestling. It felt more like an AEW like pay-per-view, you know, just so much shit going on. Like,
every match, man. You know what gassed, I think, everybody out? Every match had a fucking gimmick to it.
Yep.
Everything was too extreme, if you know what I'm saying. I know it sounds stupid in me saying that, but maybe, you know, previously when we didn't have any gimmicks, like every match, you know, basically the main event was the gimmick, or maybe a couple others. But this is the first one that I can recall that we've got every single match is Extreme Rules this, strap match that. I quit fucking this and I quit that, if you get my drift.
yeah, it's like Cornette always says, if everything's a gimmick, nothing's a gimmick, you know?
Well, yeah, exactly. But at least they're trying, man. They're trying something different, and I'm cool with it. But women in the ladder match, damn, that was brutal, bro.
That's the history of. That's the future of wrestling. It's going to be all equality. There's going to be a women's war games too. It's just,
Oh, shit.
You gotta accept it. I know the old heads aren't going to like that, but you just gotta accept it.
All women's everything, man. Why not? I mean, shit.
We accepted a super kick to the face is not a finish. We can accept a woman in a ladder match, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right, for sure, man. But it is what it is. But not only are we celebrating my birthday, funny enough,
Happy
when
birthday.
Raw was on. Thank you, man.
Happy birthday.
No, don't do that. But we're celebrating 25 years of DX and the Miz's birthday, ironically. So, I mean, shit. I can't believe it's been that long, bro. Like with DX, it felt like DX was just yesterday. But then when I think about it, their last sort of run was like, what, 2010, 2011 sort of thing?
Was that the one with Hornswoggle?
Yeah, I think that was even before that. I think the last, what was I going to say? The last version of DX, I'm pretty sure was just Shawn Michaels and Triple H at the end.
Yeah,
right, where's Hornswoggle's before that?
Well, Against the Brothers of Destruction was technically the last one in in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, remember that? The Jesus Christ. But, man, Road Dogg's become a fat fuck. X-Pac still looks great. Triple H is Triple H, and Shawn Michaels is looking fucking older every day I see him. Like, which blows my mind, bro. Since he's retired, he's looking pretty fucking old, bro.
Yeah, he ages in dog years now, you know, like 9 a year.
Shit, bro. Oh, well, man. Look, it's good always seeing DX, but let's get to it because we get Shawn Michaels who's backstage talking with Road Dogg and X-Pac, all wearing the familiar black and green. They ask each other if they're ready, and apparently they are, Kev. But it doesn't matter if they're ready. Is he ready? The camera pans to the chief content officer sitting at the production desk. Triple H says there's a lot going on and he can't really get involved. He just asks that they keep it clean, no swearing or talking about the genitals. That leads to a lot of bleeping, cursing, and a gag about the four cocks sitting on the desk. Rubber chickens though, not exactly cocks, but still they were cocks. The trio eventually leave to choke the chicken while not the trio, but to let Triple H choke the chicken. While they head off, he sees him off by telling him no fighting and a few expletives. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny, especially when they all started swearing. Right, Kev?
Yeah, it was a little corny, but they're supposed to be, especially now they're older guys, you know. That's their kind of juvenile humor. They got to do that, you know.
Rock Hard Jimmy Prenders says he said equality, but does that give out dollars to guy wrestlers?
RVD and Johnny the Driver both have dollars there, Jim.
Oh, there you go. Speaking of Rock Hard, I mean, he's taking on fucking, what was it, El Pussy Grande, or whatever his name was?
El Pussy Gato Grande.
Oh yeah. Pussy Gato Grande. That's funny. Well, I hope he kicks that cat's ass, bro.
Yeah, he pissed off.
Does anyone know who the fuck that cat is yet, bro?
No, we've been getting emails. People have really been emailing us with like any clues at who they might be or if they've seen that person out. Jim's definitely going to get some redemption.
They aren't wrestlers. Wait, who are you talking about? They aren't wrestlers. You talking about DX or?
He's talking about RBV and Johnny the Jobber.
Oh, well, he's got a point. Technically, they're not wrestlers.
Wrestling personalities, you know, like women valets
True.
don't have wrestling.
That's true too. No, absolutely. Oh, and just another thing before we continue. What do you think of this new Raw setup in terms of commentating, man?
Oh, Kevin Patrick was terrible.
Oh, cringe, bro.
Yeah,
Cringe.
And they have no chemistry together too. No, absolutely no chemistry.
Jimmy Prentice says, "I'm gonna beat that little bitch." Is that what you call him, Kev? Little bitch?
Bitch, yeah, little bitch.
Shout out to Jimmy Prentice. But it was cringe, bro. This is what I'm confused. Isn't Wade Barrett on SmackDown now as well?
Yes.
So we're gonna have two British dudes, pretty much, essentially. Okay, Kevin Phillips, whatever his name is Irish, I believe.
Yes.
And Barrett is from England, but I mean,
Barrett's good. Barrett's good though. I'm gonna like him on Fridays. I liked him on NXT.
No, I agree for sure, but I would have tried to get Mauro Ranallo as much as possible on Raw, man. I would have tried really hard to get him back.
McAfee said he's coming back once he's done his college football duties, so he'll be back. So you don't want to get a guy that's going to be full time, you know, like Mauro Ranallo, if you're just going to get rid of him.
I feel bad for Byron Saxton, bro.
Oh, he sucks. The only thing good
I know.
when Corey rips on him.
Pender says in the chat, he gives out sausages. Yes, sausages. And also, Facebook user says Kevin Patrick stinks on commentary, and Byron stinks as an interviewer, and most everything.
Yeah,
I guess it's true. Nah, he's all right. I mean, shit. I just feel bad for the guy. That's all. Anyway, we get the Bloodline though appearing first, Kev, because we get a recap of their scene from SmackDown, and Logan Paul attempting to bring back the Jey Uso Roman Reigns issue from 2 years ago. Reigns makes Brooklyn wait while they make a lot of noise, mostly for Sami Zayn. After getting them to acknowledge him, he gets Jey on the spot as the Tribal Chief steps to his cousin. Zayn asks if he can handle it. Reigns seems upset, then laughs and says, Sammy really is the ordinary Uso. Sammy says they all love Jey, but lately he hasn't been really Usi, which made me laugh. We get a chant from the crowd saying, Usi, Usi, which is kind of funny. Everybody loves Jimmy, and Solo Sikoa is tough, but also fun. That's the thing, they're all fun. Can Jey just loosen up? Uso is fuming and demand Roman tell him if this is a joke. Are they ribbing him? Before they get any further, Matt Riddle then interrupts. Why aren't they talking about his win over Seth Rollins in the fight pit? Why would they be fucking talking about his win? But anyway, he knows he agreed not to challenge for the titles again as long as Reigns is holding them. But how about they make an exception for Brooklyn? Reigns teases accepting, then they say, nah. Bro says, okay, how about someone else in the Bloodline? As Jey offers up Zayn, who at first defers but gets upset when Riddle mocks him, saying, yeet. when he does it again, Jey says Riddle's low-key disrespecting him, which gets Zayn to challenge Riddle, a challenge that's accepted with a yeet again. I mean, shit, man. The Sami Zayn is over, bro.
He is. I could see him getting a world title one day now. I wouldn't have said that a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, not a undisputed combined titles. I could see him. It's not guaranteed, but I wouldn't be surprised now if he got a world title reign eventually at one point. But this is probably leading to him and Kevin getting the tag team championships from the Usos. But Sammy's on fire, man. And the best part about watching both shows is watching Roman Reigns trying to hold in his laughing.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Even with Jey, bro, you can see it in him. Like, he's trying to act all serious and shit. But then he cracks he cracks a little tiny smile, man. And even Solo can't hide it, bro.
Yeah,
that's fucking.
And then Logan Paul, he almost broke on SmackDown as well, too.
Bro, Sami Zayn must be one of the most loved dudes in the back, for sure, man.
Yeah, like Cornette always said he was difficult to work with, but maybe with in this
Interesting.
writing. But I think he wanted to wear the be the masked luchador, you know. So now he's getting his own more creative input. He's probably a little easier to work with, and it's just so charismatic, man. Like you can't teach that. You can't teach that. It's the great
Definitely can't. Absolutely. I'll miss Enzo too, just quietly. But yeah, man, you definitely can't teach that. The only gripe, and this is just a gripe, it's nothing serious because I love Sammy. It's just look at him though, bro. I mean, seriously, his hair's whack. He's lost all his muscle mass that he ever had. Not that he had heaps of muscle mass in the first place, but I just feel like he's so small, bro. He needs to bulk up a little bit.
To stay consistent, how people always say if Eddie Kingston would got in better shape, he'd be a world champion. If Sami Zayn was pretty ripped right now, he'd absolutely be in like a more serious threat for the world championship too.
For sure.
Like, I think you should try to get a better look or at least improve your look if you want to be taken more serious. Like
I
he has
agree.
to be being funny right now, you know, with a better physique,
Yeah.
you might not need to rely on being funny.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's why he wears his shirt. I mean, when was the last time you seen him topless, bro?
I don't want to see him topless.
No, I know exactly, but you know what I'm saying, man. He's always wrestling with a shirt on, but he's lucky that he has that charisma, and the fans love him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, fuck, he can't go wrong, man. I can't explain it. I don't understand. I know he's got all this charisma, but it's just weird, man, how he's so over, but not really at the same time. But I just say he looks pale too, bro.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he hasn't seen the sun. You know.
Jeez. Well, let's move on to the next matchup, though, because, well, it wasn't a matchup. The first matchup of the evening. It's Austin Theory versus Johnny Gargano. Now, I'm surprised by this, man. And just quietly, I know Johnny Gargano ends up defeating Austin Theory via pinfall. That fucking spike DDT, man, looked like it literally spiked Theory, bro.
Oh, yeah, he does that great, and Theory sold it awesome, too. It's a great move.
I'll give you a fun fact. Did you know Theory's on a 15-match losing streak?
I actually did know that. And he's like 3 and... What is he, like 3 and 25 in his last 20... Like last 31 matches or something? Something crazy
Something like that. But you know what, man? He's looking in more shape. Every time I see him, he's looking more like a star to me. Right? And I don't think the losses hurt him. But you can't have the poor kid losing all the fucking time, right?
Yeah, like I think it does hurt him a little bit. When he first won Money in the Bank, he was trending upwards, in my opinion. He's so young where he will recover. But right now, I can't see him cashing in and winning. I can't see. There's no chance in hell he's going to cash in and win. Like I don't see how that could be feasible storyline wise. I know with the women, Carmella had a similar streak and cashed in and won. But
Right.
if it's Roman Reigns being the title holder right now, he's not going to cash in on Roman Reigns.
I mean, who is going to dethrone Roman Reigns? Is it going to be Cody?
Nah, I think they're going to make him give up a belt and give one to Raw or something too eventually.
What, just give it up just for nothing?
Yeah, just give it up.
Damn, bro. I don't know, man. I mean, look at Jimmy Smith. He's leaving like a little bitch where he's bad-mouthing Roman Reigns saying he can't fight. He looks like he can fight, but he can't fight. But the thing is, Jimmy, what you don't understand, bro, he's Samoan. Yeah, they can fight. Don't worry about that, man. They'll fucking bite your ears off too and your nose.
Who would have guessed Haku could fight? You know, looking at him back in the day too. No one could beat that man.
No one. Believe me, and he's like infamous with all the fucking punch-ups that he's had in bars and shit like that. So yeah, absolutely, man. And Polynesian guys, they don't fuck around, bro. You know what I mean? They go hard, man. I've seen them fight, man. They're machines. But anyway, as I was saying, Johnny Gargano defeats Austin Theory via pinfall to get the win. And then we move on to the next match between Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable. And surprisingly, I actually kind of enjoyed this match.
I kind of zoned out a little bit on this one too because Chad loses every match. You know, I can't get into him as much now too.
I get what you're saying, man. But you know what? He looked great against Braun Strowman. I'm not going to lie.
He did. But you knew the outcome going in. You know, like they need to give him like an Intercontinental run or go for that title or the U.S. title or something too. Get him some wins under his belt.
No doubt, and I'm down for that, bro. No pun intended. I'm literally down for that. I think Gable is a great athlete, and a great fucking member of the roster, man. They're just not utilizing him as much as they should be, in my opinion. I mean, he's on TV every week.
Yeah,
Give him some big wins.
His character work is pretty good, you know, but you just can't take a believable beating anybody because he's been beaten down for so long now.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
To begin with.
For sure, I agree. Well, Rey Mysterio ends up defeating Chad Gable via pinfall, but after the match, Dom climbs into the ring and Rey has a few words of the mic for him. He turns to leave, but Ripley, wearing an armbar memorializing Beth Phoenix, blocks. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Blocks his way as Dominic screams at his father to hit him, and when he won't, he slaps him. Rey charges past Dom to take out Damian Priest, who snuck up behind him and then catches Finn Balor trying to sneak into the ring. He then hits the ropes to fly, but Dominic flattens him with a crossbody. He continues to implore his old man to hit him, but a weeping yet visibly angry Rey still won't, as Dom blasts him from behind, sending him crashing into the ropes, where Rhea grabs his wrists and holds him defenseless for a 619. Brooklyn calls Dom an asshole as we fade to black. I don't care. Look, man, this is going to sound weird. For the last 2 weeks, I've been kind of praising Dom, and I think he's actually starting to be kind of decent in terms of wearing the heat, bro. I don't think he gets shaken up anymore. I think he's sort of relishing all the heat, bro.
Yeah.
Or is it just me?
No, I think he can bounce off of Rhea Ripley. So, like, if he's even going to think about getting scared and, like, with all the eyes on him, everybody hating him too, he just goes to mommy, you know? Like,
right, exactly.
He's not alone in it, you know, so they can relish in it together, where it takes a little of the pressure off him. You know, if like she can jump in and say, "Hi, you're jealous," you know, like, so it's not all on him, and he's doing a hell of a lot better job. Like you're right, you're 100% right too. And Ray's got to be in heaven too, like that how much heat he's getting from the crowd.
For sure.
Yeah, he's getting booed out of the building, which is great for him.
No doubt, man. I see, and Jeff will disagree with us, but you got to give the credit some props, man. You know what I mean? I mean, give the kid some props, not credit.
Yeah,
props.
I mean, he could pull a Wheeler Yuta and just choke on there, you know, and get like crickets, you know, and he's not doing that. And Wheeler Yuta's MJF, you know, and much more reaction than Wheeler Yuta.
Fuck yeah! Actually, I dare say he's a better promo than Wheeler Yuta, bro.
Yeah, who isn't though?
Oh, true. That's a fair point. But the fact that Dominic Mysterio is better than fucking Yuta, that should say something. Maybe we're just too hard on the kid.
He's got a chance. He's getting a personality now. A lot of times it takes someone to turn heel to find out who their character is before they go back to being face. And this is definitely going to help him find his character. He can get a little more Eddie swagger now, you know?
And he's starting to do the Eddie fucking swag. But did you notice Corey Graves drop a line about how he's going home to fuck Rhea Ripley, basically, bro? I don't know if you caught that.
They were making insinuating lines like that the whole time.
Yeah, for sure. And I was like, nah, are you kidding me? They're going to say that shit? Because I'm not even getting that impression, though, bro.
No, it's like that he wants it bad, you know, and she's leading him on.
Fuck, he's older than her, bro.
Really?
Can you believe that? Yeah, bro. No, look, they're both 25.
Okay.
But he's older by like a few months.
Yeah, he just looks like he's 12.
Yeah, nah, but he's fucking turning 26, bro. The guy's a full-blown man.
Wow.
He's not even a kid anymore. Jeez, man. Oh, God, here we go. Rhea Peg sub. I bet you that was Jeff. I would almost put money on it. But anyway. Also, there was another thing with Finn Balor where he mentioned... This made my eyes roll, bro. I can't remember if it was this segment or the one where he's talking about AJ. But did you see him do like a gangster fucking term? I can't remember what he said exactly about now.
He said,
what did he say?
Too legit to quit.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. My eyes fucking rolled, bro.
I'll never quit. I'm too legit to quit. He did MC Hammer, like 1993 MC Hammer.
Oh, yeah, that's it. The MC Hammer fucking... First of all, Finn, don't ever do that shit again. Second of all, I hate how they're wearing fucking purple do-rags, bro. Or like the bandanas hanging out the back. Because every time I see that, I think of the Grape Street fucking Crips, bro.
Well, Jeff Hardy used to wear a little purple one hanging out sometimes, and the green one, depending on what belt he used to wear. I didn't like it when he wore that either, too. I don't get it. I don't get what the point of that is, unless you're going to use it as a weapon and choke somebody, which they're not doing. And then I think we lost you, Jimmy. Maybe they want to look like the Chris Jericho member berries when they all wore the purple the other night. Hello.
And I'm back. God damn it. Goddamn internet. Sorry about that, Kev. But yeah, continue. I didn't hear what you said, bro.
I didn't know if I was gone or you were gone.
No. I was gone. If you can still see yourself,
okay,
that means you're cool. I'm not. But yeah, continue on, man.
I just don't get the point of them wearing that hanging out of their pocket too, unless they're going to use that as a weapon and choke people, which would be smart. I just don't see the point of it. I don't think it looks that very flattering.
Do you think there will be any sort of connection between Bray Wyatt and Judgment Day?
No, I think if they sign Malachi Black, that would be a better fit.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
if they sign Malachi Black back, 100% he's going to be the leader or whatever of the Judgment Day, if they're still around.
Yeah, hopefully he can come back.
Oh, for sure.
Now.
Well, we get the Judgment Day standing together in the ring under their signature lighting. Ripley on the mic is to remind us that they run Monday nights. Priest then laughs and says everyone who steps to them falls while they continue to rise. He passes the mic to Balor, who pissed on our parade by ending Edge's comeback. He and Dom and Priest all affirm he made Edge say I quit last Saturday. Then shows us another video package on their match. And to drive his point home, Judgment Day are laughing about when Ripley gets back on the mic to call Beth a joke. The boos are deafening when Dom gets on the stick to talk about how watching Rhea destroy Phoenix did it for him. And he knows that for us, he then runs down his recent history with his dad before passing it back to Finn so he can call out Uncle Alan. And Uncle Alan is AJ Styles. He's still demanding an answer about AJ joining the group. It doesn't take long for the Phenomenal One's music to hit, though, as he says he's not here to argue. The answer's been right in front of him right along. He's needed people to have his back. He bends the knee and quotes New Jack City, then hugs Finn while TJD celebrates. But Styles says he wasn't talking about Balor. And then we get the comeback that no one probably saw coming until the last couple of days, which was Gallows and Anderson. The OC is reunited just as rumors suggested they would, and despite the fact Carl is still a champion in New Japan, the Good Brothers and AJ clean house and send Finn running like a little dog. Dude, I mean, it's true. Anderson is your never open weight champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Does this mean that we have a new Forbidden Door? Or it's just nothing?
According to Meltzer, Anderson's not signed with New Japan. He just has the belt. So technically, it's not a Forbidden Door. He can do another match there, then drop it, I guess.
Right.
But it's still kind of a Forbidden Door. They still let him be mentioned.
Well, look, like I said, man, this was a true slap to the face of TK and AEW, in my opinion. Even though Moxley signed a 5-year contract. Moxley's smart, though, dude. Because if AEW's not even around in 5 years, at least he'll still be getting paid, doing nothing.
I think they'll be around, but
will they be just as big?
Nah, I think they're trending downward right now. Losing CM.
They are, bro.
All these NDAs and unprofessionalism too. Like you're teaching guys that they can punch people and not get fired, with no repercussion and get paid too. You sign an NDA and you don't get in trouble. It's like,
dude, fuck.
Don't you wish you could put someone at your work and you can and you still get paid? You just don't talk about it. It's such a bad thing for anybody.
No, 100%, bro. Speaking of AEW though, we got fucking our boy, our very own GGP, Grigor Papadon, went up against Lance Archer on Dark. Did you check that out at all?
I didn't check it out yet, but I saw he's going against Brian Cage too.
Yes. Yes. On Dark Elevation, he fought fucking Lance Archer, and on Dark, he's wrestling Brian Cage. You know what, man? If you watch the match, it's not as one way as you think. I mean, Papadon knows how to get his shit in, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, how he does it, but he convinces everyone that he works with to get his shit in instead of them jobbing him out. Because obviously he was there to get jobbed out, right? But not this time, bro.
Well, he's a veteran, you know, like he can lead them to a good match, and they know that. So if you let him get some stuff in, you know, like he'll make you look even better. You know, he's a great
What?
seller.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he sold great. I mean, you should check it out. It's pretty cool.
I definitely
Um,
will. I like the link already. I didn't have that time. Came right from work and jumped right on here.
yeah, no, and I appreciate that, bro. So shout out to GGP for. I mean, who knows? I mean, for the fact that he's got 2 matches in a row, could we possibly get Greek God Papadon part of AEW full time?
We could. I mean, it could be like at least as much on there as like the Truth Busters, whatever they're called. You know, like them guys.
Don't have him with the Truth Busters, whatever you do, but AEW, please. Otherwise, I'll shit on you guys forever.
Or like the Wingman, you know, like Nick,
Oh no!
not Nick Nemeth. What's his name? His brother's Ryan Nemeth's team.
Yeah, Ryan Nemeth, right?
Yeah, give him a little
Oh.
table or something.
And I don't think he's that bad, Nemeth, man. Ryan Nemeth, that is. I mean, I think he's actually pretty decent, but they don't portray him that way.
Yeah, I don't think it's his passion, you know. Like I think he wants to be like he's a Hollywood hunk. You know, I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I think he wants to do movies and like stunt doubling and stuff too. I think he is like, you can tell when this is somebody's like dream or not, you know.
No, no doubt, man. Also, before we move on, do you know how long Gallows and Anderson have actually signed for? Is it a long-term deal?
I do not. I'm sure they won't get back to me, but I'll ask them.
Yeah, sure.
But I was,
No,
you know,
sure.
I love Doc. I was marking out big time for this too.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
I hope they go by.
Absolutely.
I hope they let them go by the Good Brothers and not the OC though. They look like they're going to be the OC, but I hope they go by the Good Brothers and go more of their personality.
They were kind of still the Good Brothers even in WWE, bro. The last one, they were calling themselves the Good Brothers.
Yeah, but it had the OC on the screen on the Titantron, and then like
right.
It said the original they're back or something. So
Yeah, the original club, the OC. Well, anyway, we go back to a sit-down interview with Brian Saxton and Damage Control as Bailey's just staring at the camera. So Dakota Kai does the talking. They're sisters, but Bianca Belair can't say the same against Alexa and Asuka. Io Sky says some things that Kai and Bailey loosely translate, one of which is that Bae is going to kick Candice LeRae's ass next. Well, after a break, and Reigns and Heyman are heading out of the Barclays, as Jay runs up and says they need to talk about tonight, but Roman says Paul has them set up in Manhattan, and they're doing New York tonight, but Jay isn't coming because he needs to stick with Sammy. And since he'll be here, Roman tells him to make sure his honorary Uso doesn't lose. Oh, and Solo's coming with the Tribal Chief also tonight. So it's down with the Usos and Sammy. Do you think, where are we going with Jay and Roman, man? Are we getting an implosion with the bloodline, or?
this is very interesting. It could go either way. Is Roman just testing Jay, you know, to see is it a learning lesson, you know? Is it to make them stronger, or is he just fucking with Sammy and he's going to let Jay in on the joke eventually too? Could go a couple different ways, and like the only reason Roman not defending the title often is working is because of how entertaining this whole group is right now too. It could go either way. It's very, very the real forbidden door. Facebook user.
Oh no. Who is that? I think Greek God's our pussy grande. Hey man, he's a.
Is that Chris?
Who is that? I don't know who the fuck that is, but I want to know now who the fuck that is. No, I don't even know. It's not even coming up on my Facebook timeline. I don't even know where that comment is coming from, but yeah. Oh man, he's not our pussy grande, but that's funny still.
You never know. Could be.
You never know. That's true. That's very true. Well, let's move on to the next match, Kev, because we get Bailey versus Candice LeRae.
Oh, before you get that damage control segment, that's the first time. That's the first time I think they actually showed like some camaraderie where they actually looked like they were together, you know, where they belonged as a team. That them understanding what Io Sky was saying was hilarious, and it worked.
Yeah.
So
I love that, man.
I thought it was great too. Like I didn't think they were meshing well together. That was the first time where I think they actually looked like they belonged together as a three-way.
I do think they're getting better every week, though. The more and more they're together, the more chemistry is coming up. But the thing is, we still don't know why like they're even together. Like, what got them together? Like, they haven't told us that story.
Yeah, they never gave us their mission statement. Like their reason for being a team. Did Bailey just
Right.
have some young girls be her like proteges? She didn't even really say that too. It's just like we're here, we're damage control, and we want the belts. That's usually
That's
like
weird.
Triple H there has been a little better than that.
My VPN via VPN makes me anonymous, says Facebook user. And then revel in yourself.
It's Bray Wyatt. That's Bray Wyatt.
It could be. It could be. Follow the buzzards. Let him in.
Oh, I know the White Rabbit is. But I saw 8 Mile. Isn't Eminem the White Rabbit?
Ah, hey, that's feed your head. Facebook user says, absolutely feed your head. Maybe it is. Oh, that's B Rabbit though.
He's the White Rabbit though. B Rabbit, the White Rabbit.
Yeah, true. We can call him B Rabbit, the White Rabbit.
Yeah.
I mean, but even do you think there could be carrying cross involved in this, or say even Braun Strowman?
I heard the rumors that if they originally wanted Braun Strowman, Dexter Lumis, and Karrion Kross, I think if that was originally the plan, I think they moved on. I think it'd be a little too. Karrion could still pull it in, but I think Dexter already jumped the shark with that gimmick, and then even Braun, I think, did too. I don't think Braun could do it right now, the way they're making his character at this point.
I agree, no doubt, 100%. I mean, was Braun on SmackDown? Because I didn't catch SmackDown last week, but do you know?
I didn't watch the whole show too. I was watching Sports Friday.
Oh yeah, the
Phillies were on.
The Phillies were on. There you go. Well, yeah, because I didn't catch it either. Funny enough, but we move on to the next match. It is Bayley versus Candice LeRae, and to my surprise, Candice LeRae ends up defeating Bayley via pinfall. I was shocked, man.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like, I don't know why you don't like pulling Bayley back down. They think she's not working. She was doing all the promotional work in Philadelphia too, so I thought she was going to actually win the title because of that. I didn't think.
Me too.
Yeah, like she was at the link. Like they unveiled the logo to her. She was doing all like the local radio stations and stuff too. So of her, not Bianca Belair or anything. So I don't know why you'd have a heel do all that stuff. So I was surprised that she lost 2 in a row.
Well, there you go. Facebook user says
That's
Braun
right.
was on. He tagged with New Day against Bloodline. It just feels like he's. What are they doing with Braun Strowman anyway? Really, I don't think they even know what to do with him just yet.
Nah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It is what it is, but we'll see. But yeah, I agree with you though, Kev. First of all, I didn't think Bayley was gonna lose this match. Second, I actually even thought she was gonna beat Bianca Belair at Extreme Rules, but I guess we're wrong. But for whatever reason, Candice LeRae wins, and I don't even see much in the future with Candice LeRae. But maybe I'm wrong because clearly, maybe WWE does see a future in Candice LeRae. I personally think she's too small, man.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, NXT, I didn't realize how tiny she was. Up in this match too, she looked very, very tiny against Bayley, and very, very soft strikes too. There's a lot of soft striking.
Ugh, I can't stand it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I just can't stand it.
I liked her in NXT, and that's the first where I started to critique what I saw. So I'm gonna keep judgment open a little longer, but definitely very, very small. Well, Alexa
Very small.
funny too. I have to see her next to Alexa Bliss.
Right, but Alexa at one point, like especially Alexa now, I feel like she's lost too much weight. I feel like she's she's got no back anymore, bro. She's got no ass at all, bro.
Yeah,
like compared to what she used to have.
Yep, and now she doesn't even have the character. At least she could rely on the character work before,
Right, but see, but Alexa Bliss though back then felt believable though, compared to say Candice LeRae. Not the Alexa Bliss now, but Alexa Bliss say 5 years ago.
Believable where she would cheat properly and use the right proper ring psychology to get the wins.
Right,
It was way too small back then as well.
but she was feisty, man. Like she'd go hard, if she has to. Plus, I think she's gone backwards now, Kev. In many ways, man. I don't think she used to be way more. I don't know, bro. I just don't. There's something off about Alexa Bliss right now. I don't know if her heart is totally in professional wrestling at the moment since she's been married.
Well, I think the fans ripping her for stealing the Fiend's gimmick got to her head a little bit too. She got a lot of hate about that.
That's not her fault, man.
I know, but these wrestling fans,
These wrestling fans, right? I mean, come on, guys. God damn it. Anyway, let's move on, Kev, because we get another segment where it's Miz and Maurice are walking and looking amazing, just quietly.
You know what Maurice won?
Oh, I know, because we got the nip slip, right?
Not even noticed the nip slip, but
you didn't?
Nah, Daddy liked it. Daddy wants some milk, man. She looked amazing.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Whoops, wrong thing there. That sucked. I was meant to play. Where is it, man? Why has it gone MIA? Oh, there we go.
I want my motherfucking money. Service is rendered. Fuck a check. Return it to sender. Give me mine and legal tender, Mr. Manager. The venue was filled to capacity. Check the door box. Count my percentage and get that to me.
Fuck me on the dough and we in all black with Billy's. Ball caps and Billy's. It's all raps for really. Fuck me on the dough and we in all black with Billy's. Ball caps and Billy's. It's all raps for really.
I'd
We
buy
need some
that
Maurice.
for $1.
Definitely buy that for $1, no doubt.
I'd buy that for $1.
Heck, Maurice can, mate. I'll be broke.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, Miz, you fucking lucky prick. That's all I got to say. He's one lucky fucking dude. And how old did the Miz turn, by the way? Do you know?
I think is he like 41, 42 now? 43?
I don't even know anymore. You know what? I'm going to check that out. Let's see.
I bet you Maurice has more money than him, too. They're loaded from like her Playboy stuff, you know?
Wait, was she? Oh, man. He's turned 42, bro.
42?
Yeah, he's born in 1980. Can you believe that shit? And get this, bro. His birthday wasn't even on Raw. His birthday was October 8th.
Oh, that's close enough.
I know, but still, man. I was like, I thought his birthday was literally like that night.
Like,
But I
like
guess it wasn't.
chicks have a birthday week, or the guys will celebrate on the weekend, you know? Like, he could celebrate on Raw.
And Maurice is 39, man. Damn.
Amazing.
Amazing indeed. I mean, he's like I said, he's one lucky motherfucker. And yeah, Daddy wanted some milk. That sounds so bad. But but yeah, man, she's stunning. Like I said, I'd be broke if I had to throw $1 every time I saw Maurice.
Motorboat son of a bitch.
Fucking son of a bitch. Anyway, the lady goes on to say he isn't sure if this is a good idea since they know who shall not be named is lurking. She says she's not going to let Dexter Lumis ruin his birthday, especially because she worked so hard on it. Maurice got him a present, a beautiful-looking Louisville Slugger. He says it's perfect and kisses his beautiful wife, careful to not mess up her makeup. Next we see her, Mrs. Miz is in the ring, which is decorated in a pretty, like, sort of gold theme. As the birthday boy comes out and she unveils an ice sculpture of her hubby, she brags about how expensive everything was, especially that ice sculpture, which lets them, which lets them sort of, admire the bat, so Miz can knock New York sports teams for a bit. Maurice tells him to open any present he wants, and of course he picks the one obviously covering 2 giant exercise balls. Jeez. After those yucks, Miz's next present is covering Loomis' head. He puts the box back down, then swings on it, but of course Dexter's gone. He sneaks up from behind while they look for him, putting Miz in the sleeper. Miz then ends up kicking Maurice into the birthday cake. He runs off. She escapes. Loomis ends up picking up a knife and deflates Miz's giant balls. And when eats a slice of cake while Brooklyn chants for him to... Alrighty then. Well, that was a bit weird actually, Kev.
Yeah, this whole feud isn't working for me.
It
started off good, and then like Miz is usually pretty hip, like for his age too. He's usually like pretty on point. But this whole big balls thing is stupid. It's corny. It's not getting over with me. It's cheesy. If Maurice didn't look like, thank God Maurice was out there. Like I didn't mind this thing just because I was looking at her. But this whole thing was boring. It's juvenile. It was a terrible segment in general. And thank God it's ending next week when they're actually gonna have their match.
Is it ending?
I hope so, man. I hope so. It's kind of ruined Dexter Lumis too. I kind of like
send him back to NXT, bro.
They should have just like rushed this feud up a little bit. It was interesting in the beginning.
Yeah. Like I said, there's no end game in sight, man. Like I can see the Miz winning this match. I don't know why. And I can see him just getting shoved back down to NXT. Unless you're going to do something with this guy. He's starting to become a bit of a comedy act even, bro. Sort of. Or is it just me?
He is right now. He went from being a stalker. I guess that's what you have to do to a stalker character that's a face and not a heel.
Oh boy,
It would have been more interesting if he was going after AJ, which we originally thought.
Yes, it's true, man. Well, we go to a backstage segment once again as DX is talking up the poor enhancement talent being fed to Omos in the moment. Then Miz and a disheveled Maurice walk by. They complain about Loomis, and HBK explains that he knows Dexter, specifically he's running Miz's Giants gifts. He's not a bad guy, and Miz must have done something to get on his bad side. The A-lister then dismisses that idea, so Road Dogg says they should wrestle next week. If Miz wins, Loomis is gone. If Dexter does get to keep those big gifts and a WWE contract, they get Miz to accept by questioning his testicular fortitude. And I guess the match is made without these guys being actual matchmakers. What the hell is going on there, Kev?
Triple H was there. Everyone knows he's running it, so he probably said, "Yeah, boys, you can have booking power tonight."
Yeah, I guess. I mean, geez. Well, I guess we do have that. Hopefully it is the sort of the end of that little bullshit feud, whatever you want to call it. Time will tell. But we do get another matchup between Omos and some dudes, to be honest. And I guess the beating ends with a double choke slam. Omos looked impressive, though, man, as always. And he's looking bigger, bro.
As always. He's terrible.
I'm not talking about in the ring. I'm talking about physically, bro.
Oh, yeah, he's a big man. Big, monstrous man.
Big man, big muscles, well-proportioned. And I don't think he looked that bad in this, man. He absolutely destroyed these two. And he done some cool sort of moves, man.
They just put him on TV before he's ready, and I think of him more as like a Giant Gonzalez as opposed to like an Andre the Giant. He's more of a bum. He's more of a Great Khali, which sucks.
Ooh, bro, come on. I think he's a bit better than that. I hated the Great Khali. I don't mind Omos personally.
Well, to each his own. To each his own, Jimmy.
Oh, fair enough. We got a. What do we have here? A hater? Anyway, couple of haters. Well, anyway, the hour strikes 10 as we rewatch Bray Wyatt's return from Extreme Rules in full. Still, though, Kev, it was a very cool moment, and it also means we probably won't get much else tonight, though. Unfortunately, Kev, and we didn't.
Yeah. They still. Brawl was better than it's been in a long time. They still have like video packagitis, video package traps where you'll like zone out, you'll look on your phone, waiting for it to get over, and you actually miss like something here and there. But you're like I already saw this. I don't need to see 10 minutes of it again. You could show like a condensed version.
For sure, no, spot on, man. But still, man, I thought that. At first, I expected him to appear on Raw, the way they were promoting it at first.
Me too. I think it
was all right. It was a ploy. They were just basically saying, it was just a rehash of what happened 2 days ago, or 3 days ago now, at Extreme Rules, which sucked.
Yeah, after Extreme Rules, there was like a influx of ticket sales too. I think people are expecting Bray to be there as well.
Was it a sellout in Brooklyn?
It was at least very, very close. I heard at the last second, but it was very close.
I didn't see many fucking empty seats, man.
No, I didn't either. You go on TV, I couldn't tell, but WWE always hides it better than other shows do.
Right. Live and learn, AEW. You shit cunt. Anyway, we got a Bobby Lashley segment at the back. He reminds us how he's a fighting champion for all of us. He starts to put over Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar is here, though. Brock Lesnar is here. What the fuck happened here, man? Before I continue, why is Brock Lesnar involved in this?
Didn't Lashley get the title from, or he beat?
Yeah, but that was fucking at the start of the year, bro.
Well, he wrestles.
That was in January. I know, but why now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just,
Crown jewel.
Don't be wrong. I love this. Like, I love this interaction. It's just. I want some substance to it, and having the Royal Rumble as a reason is kind of dumb when that happened in January. But anyway, he goes on. Lesnar is in his Canadian cowboy rancher getup, and all smiles as Lashley stares a hole through him. Brock responds to a holy shit chant with a wow, holy shit, sort of with like a southern twang to it. Then he says hello to Brooklyn and hello to Bobby Lashley. Lashley holds up his belt, and Lesnar, without saying anything, grabs him and F5s fucking Lashley to the floor as the Barclays Center chants for more. So Brock takes Lashley to Suplex City and messes up his arm with a Kimura as Lesnar exits, as Corey and KP wonder how injured he is. I won't lie, that fucking that belly-to-belly suplex that he did you notice that Lashley landed right on his shoulder, bro?
The German suplex?
Yeah. Oh, the German, sorry, yes.
Yeah. He definitely looked rough. He landed sideways right on his shoulder.
That was shocking, man. But still, I love the segment. It's just, I want some more context other than the Royal Rumble. But nevertheless, I'm looking forward to the match. I always look forward to these two behemoths in a match, regardless. But anyway, we get commercials and a recap of what we just saw. But just before I move on, are you looking forward to that match between himself and Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, I won't mind it.
But Lashley ain't getting his win, though, man.
I do want to see him get that one win, too. That's been his dream. I know he technically beat Brock, but it was a cheap one before, you know.
Right.
But
you're right.
Win. He could retire happily, you know, if he had that win over Brock. It's been.
You think he's coming up to retirement, man?
No. I meant in general, like that's his bucket list match, you know, like the one his dream match he had already, and he wants that. Like if he has like a clean win over it too, that's like that would make his whole career.
True. No, you're right, man. Well, WWE Medical is checking on Lashley, but here comes Seth freaking Rollins with his ribs wrapped and ready to fight. He demands the officials to get Lashley in the ring while the champ sells his dislocated shoulder. Rollins on the microphone questions Lashley as a fighting champion and even as a military man. The Army veteran takes exception to that, working to get his shoulder to work while demanding they ring the bell. And then we get a United States Championship match between Bobby Lashley, your champion, versus Seth freaking Rollins. Man, and what can I say? We get a spear from the champ right into a pedigree, though. We get a 1-2 no roll. Rollins then races up top for a frog splash, but even that only gets a 2 count. That hurts Seth's ribs, though, and he goes up for the stomp by Lashley, evades, and responds with a spear. He goes for the hurt lock, but can't get his bad arm to cooperate. Rollins then gets free and rocks Bobby with strikes. He hits a stomp and preens until Lashley gets back to his knees for another. And what do you know? Seth fucking Rollins defeats Bobby Lashley via pinfall to become your new United States champion. Are you happy with this result?
Absolutely, man. He's been having a career year, even though he's not getting the wins. He's been putting on banger after banger after banger.
True.
He's the best wrestler in the world right now, especially like ring psychology wise too. Like he's much better than Will Ospreay. The internet thinks Ospreay's great.
Oh fuck yeah, bro! Come on.
No psychology, just move. It's like he needed a big win, and thank goodness he got a title. It's been too many years since he got a title. God deserves it. He's been killing it.
He's killing it. Shay, I'm with you, bro. I'm a big Seth fan, and he was conducting the fucking fans. Everyone was
as a heel too. Like
he's fucking over, bro. He's really over. The fans don't want to boo him, man. I mean, seriously, and in a way, it feels like he's turned babyface after this match, bro. Like officially.
I think so too. And Lashley's supposed to be your strong face there too. Like no one was.
I feel like he's turning heel,
which is a better move for him, I think.
Only if we get the fucking Hurt Business back, man.
You know everyone wants that, but who knows what.
Everybody wants that shit. But does Triple H want that shit?
That's what I'm not sure about.
And I would include Omos in the Hurt Business, man.
That might help.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would help him a lot.
But doesn't matter because Seth freaking Rollins is your new US champ. And like we were saying, man, there's nothing to hate about this guy. I don't know how people fucking shit on us for being big Seth fans. But all I have to say today is, we didn't even get a laugh, bro.
I did feel a tad bad for Lashley, though. He had an awesome title run there. It's his first time getting pinned since, last September, almost a full year or over a year, I think.
For sure, you're right. Yeah. Plus, that belt, that United States Championship, is almost tailor-made for him, man.
Yeah, he brought prestige back to it again, too. So I do feel a little bad for him, but Seth deserved it. This is going to be the working belt that it should be. He's going to put on an amazing match after amazing match. Keep doing it.
I hope so, man. I hope so. But you know what? He looked pumped once he won it. I won't lie. Hopefully that's legit. But did you check out his interview that he had last week with Ariel Hawani?
Yes, I did. Well, I saw clips from it. I didn't watch the whole thing. Straight to watch clips.
Well, it only goes for like 39 minutes, man. I suggest you check it out. Actually, I chucked it on the WB Network. I mean the PWC Network, which is actually quite revealing, man, in many ways. So yeah, check it out. But yeah, like we said, man, we're both happy for him. I'm happy for him. Kev's happy for him. As Seth defeats Bobby Lashley via pinfall to win the US title once again. Well, then after that, the new champ climbs onto the announce desk to celebrate with the Barclays faithful singing his theme song. And then we get a little hype for the venue, which gets Graves take a turn mocking New York sports. Then it's a recap of Bobby Lashley's bad night because it's been almost 3 minutes. As Saxton catches up with the Almighty backstage, he says he's pissed off. He's not done with Seth Rollins, but first he's going to deal with Brock. He calls out Lesnar for next week, and then we get a Bray Wyatt video cuts in with this message. And this is what he says, Kev. I used to think that the person inside my head was the only place that I could ever truly be free. Revel in what you are 6 times, he says. What'd you think?
That's cool. Everything he does is interesting, you know?
For sure. Definitely, man. Speaking of interesting, we get Elias appearing to be done cosplaying as an imaginary brother and will return on Raw next Monday.
I can't wait, man. I loved Ezekiel, too. I thought he was very entertaining. They just ran out of story stuff for him to do. And it was a little cheesy, but, like, he made it work. Like, just like R-Truth, he makes what's given to him work. He's one of the corny guys, the Santinos, that actually make it work.
Yeah, for sure, man. But I'm just happy to have Elias back, bro. I'd rather walk with Elias than Ezekiel.
I hope he changes his gear up a little bit, though. I hate them, like, tight-ass skinny jeans, you know, or, like, he can barely move. How much better of a wrestler was he in, like, the tights, you know? He was, like, more mobile. He was actually seemed like a much better worker.
Well, I don't think they're actual legit jeans, though, bro. I'm pretty sure they're, like, spandex jeans or some shit, right?
It's still tough to move a little bit. Still tight. I think they're like the flexi kind of one, like like a spank kind of, yeah.
Like a stretchy fucking jean, if you know what I mean. But yeah, for sure. I mean, imagine wrestling in fucking actual jeans, bro. Fuck that.
I did. It was tough.
Oh, you did. That's right. You did. That's true. I mean, and how hard was it, bro?
Very hard. Very hard. Yeah.
I can imagine. Well, next we get the Usos are out with Sami Zayn for the last match of the night, but we still have a DX celebration as our main event. So that moves on to our main event per se, which is Matt Riddle versus Sami Zayn, as Zayn is out in front quickly as Brooklyn chants "Ole," but the action goes back and forth in the match's first act as Jay takes a shot at Riddle while he's in the ropes, but Sami tells him to let him handle it. Mid-match, we're told to tune into SmackDown on Friday to see what Bray Wyatt has in store for us. And then we go back to the match as Riddle's underneath when we return, but flats Zayn with a enziguri and a penalty kick and a Broton. But he charges into a Michinoku driver and gets a 2 for Sami. He climbs, but Riddle catches him. They brawl up there, but a headbutt sends Bro to the mat. Zayn flies right into a high knee that gets 2, and a Sami Uso chant breaks out. Zayn's selling a knee injury, and when the ref checks on him, Jay tries to strike, but Sami stops him again. He ends up taking a floating Bro to the outside, onto the outside as we go picture in picture. As we come back, Jimmy cheers on Sami during a split screen portion, but the honorary Uso is in trouble. He's locked in a triangle, and both men are down after a double clothesline. When we fully return, striking exchange happens as Sami's woozy after a knee, but snatches Riddle for the corner exploder, and a hell of a kick attempt right into a scoop slam. The Orton-esque elevated DDT doesn't work, and Zayn dumps Riddle to the floor. Riddle then lights him up with kicks, and Jimmy tries to get involved, but Jay just won't let him. As we go back in, Blue Thunder Bomb countered with an RKO out of nowhere, and Reigns isn't going to be happy as Matt Riddle defeats Sami Zayn via pinfall. Fun match, dude.
Yeah, it was a very good match, but surprisingly, the crowd was a tad dead for this. I'm surprised because as much as they loved Sami a little earlier on, They weren't as hot as I thought they'd be. But storyline-wise, I'm excited to see what happens next. Does Roman Reigns does he blame Jay for this, or does he rip on Sammy? Like,
good question.
What's the repercussions? It's interesting.
Well, who do you think he will blame?
I think Jay for now, because he told Jay to make sure Sammy doesn't lose. But this could end up being a whole learning thing, and Sammy's going to be the yuts at the end of the day eventually. But how long to break that out?
I still think he will side with Sammy this week for now, just to teach a lesson, like you said, to Jay Uso. But we'll see what happens this Friday night on SmackDown. Well, anyway, the Usos offer various levels of consolation to the Honorary Us, but that's the breaks, little man, because after that, we get fucking a DX fucking reunion. There was a few fucking stabs at AEW here, funny enough. But anyway, I'll get into it. We get 4 50-plus-year-old men, 3 of whom currently run WWE, rolling in on a Jeep and throw glow sticks to the crowd in their fucking leather jackets. Like it's 1999 all over again, Kev. But anyway.
I wear my leather jacket, so I can't make fun of them.
Yeah, no doubt, man, for sure. We get 4 crotch chops and some pyro, and everybody's got a microphone. Sean Waltman goes first and offers up a shout out to the secret ingredient of DX, China, as Road Dogg does the deal and lets Brooklyn say his tag team partner's name, while Corey Graves jokes that guy's selling office equipment now. In other words, scissor me, daddy ass. Which I found quite funny. Chips and Pack joke about the arena smelling like weed after Dog calls him what was it? Geriatric or Geriatric X? They know, right? They know it, which is great. H thanks us for 25 years and tells us they love us. Then after a pause to catch his breath, gets us ready to, let's get ready to suck it. As HBK goes last and asks us to promote or to promise that if they do this again in 25 years, to put them out of their misery. I don't blame them. With that, they just have 2 words for us, and that is suck it. They'll probably get knocked, but it was pretty perfectly done. Short, self-aware, and gracious. And that is it. Kev, to another pretty fucking good Raw, man. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it from top to bottom.
Yeah, it was one of the best ones in a while, too. It had that anything can happen feeling, too. And I don't know if you saw, too, Road Dogg was tweeting today. He said they actually tried to get Billy Gunn to show up there. And,
yes, I heard.
TK wouldn't let him, too, which kind of stinks.
What a prick, man. Now suddenly he's all fucking, fucking TK. Fucking get over yourself, bro. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, you definitely, like, all because of that tampering. He thinks it's like a war now,
Get fucked, TK.
Well, I wish they would have said something about Rick Rude, and they should have had Hornswoggle come there, too.
Yeah, but then people would have really shed on it probably with Hornswoggle, bro.
Have him just under the ring, and then he just runs to the back or something real quick, like a split second, like a little Easter egg shout out or something.
Yeah, it would have been funny. I agree. It would have been funny, but it didn't happen, though.
He's part of the history,
Well, it's true. No, you're right. He's part of the history, but it was he wasn't part of it for long, man. But you know what? Hornswoggle's book is a must-read, dude. I don't know if you've read it.
Nah, not at all.
Check it out, bro. Check it out on Audible. I'm telling you, man, it is a fucking great fucking book. Believe me when I tell you that.
A lot of backstage stories, or like coming up through the ranks, or like
no, backstage stories and everything, bro. It's fucking good. It's wild, put it that way.
Nice.
It's pretty funny. Trust me. Don't let Hornswoggle fool you, man. Yeah, sure. Trust me, I wouldn't have gotten this book if I hadn't read every other book. But it was one of those things I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'll check it out. And man, I was pleasantly surprised by it. Check it out. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. 100%. But any final thoughts, man, on Raw?
No, I hope they keep it up. How long can you go without having Bray Wyatt be in person too? Like we were talking about when the show first started. The crowd could get a little antsy. I think they can delay by going from the Wyatt 6. They can do that, push it off a little bit too. But it was very good Raw. First time I watched the full. I mean, I always watch the full 3 hours, but I paid attention. You know, like I didn't zone out as much as usual. I didn't like go on Twitter and mess around. Like I actually wanted to see what happened next. I wanted to see what happened. I wanted to see the main event. Kept me throughout engaged the whole 3 hours. So after 2 hours, I'm like, this is good. I wish it would end now and I'd do an awesome job. But the whole 3 hours already.
For sure. You know what? That makes two of us, man. I didn't zone out either. I actually watched it from top to bottom. Even the week before, I watched from top to bottom without actually going to social media. Because you're right, man. Social media distracts you, bro. You can't give it a fair sort of view. You know,
you don't try to. There's all this the video package. You'll go on Twitter or something, and you don't look up in time, so you miss stuff.
It's true. Fucking, I agree, 100%, man. But yeah, it's just better. Like, even though I want to sort of be on Twitter and shit, you know what I mean? At the same time, if I do, I get too distracted. Then, like you said, I can't watch it like as much as I would want to watch it. You know what I mean? But this time around, the last 2 weeks, I've stayed away from social media. But it is what it is. But you know what, Kev? In saying that, man, tell them where they can find you, my man.
Cool. You can find me at Panetta Sexy Time. That's all my personal stuff. Come check out my podcast, my personal one at Dollar Club Wrestling. Me and Rock Hard Jim Prenny are host that. Follow us on Twitter, Dollar Club 24/7. October 27th, we're gonna have a wrestling match. Rock Hard Jim Prenny against Double Pussy Grande is gonna be on our podcast. It's gonna be live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Jimmy and Jeff are gonna be commentators for it.
Can't wait, man.
Well, Mischief Night, Dollar Club Wrestling presents Mischief Night, October 27th.
Oh man, you got me pumped, bro. I'm so looking forward to that, and Jeffy's too. Like I said, I'm pumped. October 27th, Mischief Nights. El Pussy Grande is in the main event against Rock Hard Jim Prenders, and I'm telling you, you better recognize him because he's gonna fuck shit up, and he doesn't like little bitches apparently. So watch out.
There'll be an appearance from Hardcore Intercontinental Champion Sean Lee and Riley, and Shadow Pat's gonna have a promo too. So more than just the match too. It'll be pretty good.
What about Johnny the Jobber, man? Is he going to be around?
I think he's going to have a surprise appearance. I might even have a surprise appearance. You know?
Oh, there you go, Kel. I was wondering where you are, man.
Yeah, I'm debating whether to do like just an interview or trying to figure out my role.
Well, wherever you are and whatever you decide to do, we're all looking forward to it. And that's October 27th, Mischief Nights.
8 p.m.
And
Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern, that's right. Well, in saying that, if you want to follow me, you can on Twitter at the PWC Network and at DJ Massifex. Also, please like and subscribe right here at the pwcnetwork.podbean.com, where you can find not only my show, but also Kev's show in Dollar Club Wrestling, which you can find right here on the PWC Network. Please like and subscribe at channelattitude.com, theblowofpod.com, and HaminMediaGroup.podbean.com, where you'll find all our affiliate shows. And in saying that, I'm Jimmy T. Here's Kevin Panetta, and you've been listening and watching the PWC Monday Night Machismo right here on the PWC Network, and we're out. Peace. Suck it, bitch.